I'm Oscar Spierenburg. I'm a Dutch filmmaker living in Belgium. This film it's a film about it's set in the world of writing and publishing, and I'm always looking for a specific world. So the first film I made was Vanitas, which also played at ECU. This film, I first started, working on what kind of character do I want, and what can happen to him, and what kind of environment is he in. So I built this story around a specific group of characters with their relation to each other, because for me that's more interesting, how the people relate to each other and their conflicts. And then the story I hope a story will follow because of them. So it should write itself a bit. And that's a bit how this story came to be, yeah. The tough part of I think the independent filmmaking, it took a long time. So, and we were shooting, I think it was just before the pandemic. So then we got into the COVID pandemic, and that slowed down a lot of things. So it's quite a long process, this film. It was I think we started writing almost 6 years ago. So yeah, it was quite hard. We had a lot of material, and we had very much luck with the actors. We have I think very good actors. So a few of them are really dived into the characters and did a lot of improvisation also, but strictly around the scenes. But we had like 4 times as much material for a scene than I wrote. So if you have so much material, it's more. I think it's harder to make the edit very tight. So, but I love editing. So it's not a problem that it took too long. I think I should stop myself at some time and say, okay, stop editing, because at one point I had an injury because we had so much equipment going up. We had one of our sets was a very top floor on a building, and we carried all the stuff ourselves. And at the end of the day, I thought, is there something wrong with me? So, and I had to they had to do an operation because I was injured so bad. So, and I think 3 days later we had to shoot again. So I was like only sitting around and have people do everything for me, because I was completely unable to walk. And but yeah, something like that always happens, I think. Don't think I can pinpoint one lesson. It's everything, the whole process, and the way you I think the way you focus on shooting, and you think, next time I really need to focus more on this, and have other people maybe take care of something. Don't do everything yourself. I think that's also something with independent filmmaking, that you have so many hats on, and everybody, like the producer, Willemijn, she was producing, being location scout, being doing at one point doing the sandwiches for everyone. And so it's I think that's the lesson, to see where you're best at and try to focus. Maybe especially because I'm not competitive in my nature, but it's part of filmmaking. So Maybe the nervous part is that you know that there are so many good filmmakers, and especially in the independent scene, because they are not recognized lots of times. So it's not envy. It's more that I also think they should have their spot, and but maybe we don't need to be competitive, but more supporting each other, I think.